Hello there, grade 8 learners. Let us commit to be fit here at the Fitness Project. I hope you are having an amazing day. I am Sir Allen, your PE8 teacher. Today, we will make sure that you will learn and enjoy our lesson in physical education. So, go get your pen and paper as we learn about the ways of how we keep our body, our mind, and our spirit in shape. In the previous episodes of the Fitness Project, we managed to define physical fitness, identify and describe the components of health and skill-related fitness, and set goals based on assessment results. For today's objective, we will prepare a physical activities program. But before that, let us recall our last topic through this game. In this game, you will see 4 pictures or images, and your task is to guess what the word is from the set of letters given below the pictures. I will give you 5 seconds to answer each item. Are you ready? Let us start. Here's the first set of pictures. Given these images, was your answer physical fitness? That is correct. Physical fitness is the ability of your body systems to work together efficiently to allow you to be healthy and perform activities of daily living. Here are the next set of pictures. Based on these images, was your answer flexibility? That is right. Flexibility is one of the components of physical fitness, together with body composition, muscular strength, muscular endurance, and cardiovascular endurance under the category of health-related components. Let's have the third set of pictures. If your answer is SMART, you are correct. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. It is a well-established tool that you can use to plan and achieve your goals. Great! It seems that you can still remember our previous lesson. Now, we will proceed to our topic for today. Previously, we defined physical activity as any body movement that works your muscle and requires energy use. Physical activity can be passive or active activity. How are they different from one another? A passive activity is more of a leisure and relaxation activity as you are calmer and you don't have to move as much. While an active activity involves using a lot of energy, it makes you move around a lot and makes you active. Let's try this activity. Classify the given physical activities. Raise your right hand if it is a passive activity, and raise your left hand if it is an active activity. Are the instructions clear? Let us start. Number 1, reading. If you raise your right hand, you are correct. Reading is a passive activity. Number 2, dancing. The correct answer is active, so you are correct if you raise your left hand. Number 3, playing basketball. If you raise your left hand because your answer is active, you are correct. Number 4, watching TV. The correct answer is passive. If you raise your right hand, you are correct. And number 5, swimming. If you raise your left hand, you are correct. The right answer is active. What was your result? If you got a perfect score, that's great. It is important to balance both active and passive activities in your lifestyle, as your body needs to keep actively moving for you to become healthy and fit, but you must also allow your body to rest and relax from time to time. From the first 2 modules, you had set your fitness goals based on the physical fitness assessment results and plan a physical activity program that will help you achieve your set goals. Remember that when we created a physical activity program, we considered the FIT principle. We already knew that FIT is an acronym that stands for frequency. or how often you exercise, intensity, or how hard one exercises, time, or how long you exercise, and type, or what kind of exercise you do. This principle helps us in creating a workout plan that will be more effective in reaching the desired fitness goals. Observe the given example. This workout program focuses on the development of the upper body muscles. Remember that this method depends on a variety of factors. It is important to keep in mind that one's fitness goals will be different based on one's age, sex, current fitness level, and available resources. To design an optimal exercise program, workout, or training schedule, a coach or athlete should stick to the following 6 fundamental principles of exercise science. These training principles must be followed in order to get the most from exercise programs and improve both physical fitness and sports performance. First, the principle of individual differences. This is another way of saying one size doesn't fit all. The principle simply means that because we all are unique individuals, we will all have a slightly different response to an exercise program. Some of these differences have to do with body size and shape, genetics, experience, chronic condition, injuries, and even gender. Well-designed exercise programs should be based on our individual differences and responses to exercise. Second, the principle of overload. The exercise science principle of overload states that a greater than normal stress or load on the body is required for training adaptation to take place. What this means is that in order to improve our fitness, strength, or endurance, we need to increase the workload accordingly. This could mean lifting more weights or doing high-intensity interval training workouts. Third, the principle of progression. The principle of progression implies that an optimal level of overload should be achieved in an optimal time frame. In other words, train too slowly and improvement is unlikely. Overload too quickly and you'll injure yourself. This principle also stresses the need for proper rest and recovery. Continual stress on the body and constant overload will result in exhaustion and injury. You should not train hard all the time as you'll risk overtraining and a decrease in fitness. Fourth, the principle of adaptation. Adaptation is the way the body programs muscles to remember particular activities, movements, or skills. By repeating the skill or activity, the body adapts to the stress and the skill becomes easier to perform. Adaptation explains why beginning exercisers are often sore after starting a new routine. But after doing the same exercise for weeks and months, they have little if any muscle soreness. Additionally, it makes an athlete very efficient and allows him to use less energy doing the same movements. Fifth, the principle of reversibility. This principle is simply use it or lose it. Your muscles will hypertrophy or will increase in muscular size with use and atrophy or reduction in size with disuse. This also explains why we decondition or lose fitness when we stop exercise. That is why it is important to find a balance between exercise and rest. Lastly, the principle of specificity. We've all heard the phrase, practice makes perfect. Well, this is the principle of specificity in action. This principle simply states that exercising a body part or component of the body primarily develops that part. The principle of specificity implies that to become better at a particular exercise or skill, you must perform that exercise or skill. A runner should train by running, a swimmer by swimming, and a cyclist by cycling. While it's helpful to have a good base of fitness and to do general conditioning routines, if you want to be better at your sport, you need to train specifically for that sport. Whatever level of fitness you are at, these are the principles to remember to improve yourself and achieve your goals. The exercise principles outline the criteria that guide all training. Each principle allows us to critique some element of a person's training. When the person's training follows the principles well, it is most likely to be successful. To check if you really understood our topic for today, let's have a short quiz. Read the questions carefully and choose the letter of the best answer. Write your answer in your activity notebook. Number 1. What do you call the movement that causes your body to use energy? What kind of physical activities are biking, running, and swimming? What does FIT stands for? Which principle dictates that athletes lose the beneficial effects of training when they stop working out? Choosing the right type of activity to improve a particular skill is what kind of principle? How well did you do? If you were able to get all the correct answers, you did an awesome job. If not, no worries, for there is always a next time. For your assignment, guided by the FIT method and 6 principles of training, you are going to create your own physical activity program that will improve and sustain your fitness. You may follow this format or create your own as long as you meet the required elements of your plan. You will also need to create a 1-minute video of yourself doing the task found in your crafted physical activity program plan. You may upload your work using the hashtag #CommitToBeFit and get the chance to be featured here on DepEd TV. And that's our lesson for today. I hope you had an amazing time. Stay tuned because in the next episodes, we will talk about basketball. As we end our class, remember, all progress happens outside our comfort zone. This has been Sir Allen, your PEA teacher. See you next time on the Fitness Project.
Good day, world changers! I am your Health Aid teacher, Teacher Mary Ann Ablihan, and today we will tackle more about family here in Health Education. Health education for a healthier nation. In our previous episode, we have discussed the factors that affect one's attitudes and practices related to sexuality and sexual behaviors. Do you still remember the mnemonic for that lesson? What is it? Very good. That's Mary cooks pizza and fries. M is for media, C is for culture, P is for peers, and lastly, F is for family. Today, we will unlock another learning journey as we discuss the importance of family on your sexuality. Are you excited? If yes, let's wash our hands, cleanse our minds, and recharge our souls. Go! Get your module, ballpen, and notebook so that we can begin. Love. Love is the socially and culturally constructed conceptions on how people think, feel, and act based on their sex. It is also a strong bond and an intense feeling of affection. It is one of the reasons why we have a family. Family is the basic unit of society that is composed of children and their parents or guardians. After a person is born, his or her family will be greatly involved in defining and shaping that individual's sexuality. And most of the time, children are being raised according to the dominant cultural standards pertaining to masculinity and femininity. But keep in mind that we are not supposed to subscribe to the traditional concept about gender role and stereotypes. Instead, we should find our own realities within ourselves. But how does your family support your sexuality? To answer that question, let's listen to our health expert of the day.
Sexuality is an essential component of healthy development for young people. Parents play key role in sexuality of their children dahil sila ang madalas at matagal na nakakasama nila. And it is important for both parents to carry out their children's sexuality education. And as a parent na lagi nilang nakakasama at nasusubaybayan ang kanilang development, malaki ang ating matutulong na magabayan sila ng tama kung tayo ay may tinatawag na sexual literacy or going beyond knowledge on the development of personal and social skills of our children. Kaya napakahalaga na may kaalaman tayo at open sa usaping ito. Sexuality kasi is a sensitive topic. Karamihan sa mga magulang hindi komportable na pag-usapan itong issue na ito, lalo na sa kanilang mga anak. So maaari natin gawin is maaari tayong magkaroon ng discussion with our children about physical differences, and as a parent, we can respond to the way in which our children use sexual language that can help them shape their awareness of sexuality. At isa rin sa maaari nating gawin bilang mga magulang to assist our children in molding their sexuality is to have parental monitoring or supervision of their social activities. Kung sino ang nakakasalamuha, nakakausap, at kung sino ang nakakasama nila at paano sila mag-respond sa kanilang environment. Because this action can delay sexual initiation and also a decrease in sexual risk behavior. Also, building warm and supportive relationship are more likely to delay sexual activity and less likely to engage in frequent sexual contact compared sa mga batang walang na-build na relationship sa kanilang magulang. Because connectedness and belongingness sa kanilang pamilya, pati na rin sa school, ay isa ring factor in reducing adolescent sexual risk-taking. Ang ating ring parenting and family structure ay nakaka-apekto rin sa ating children's sexual behavior. Their self-confidence, interactional competence sometimes can be influenced in risky sexual behavior. Kaya bilang mga magulang, napakahalaga ng ating papel na magabayan at masubaybayan sila sa kanilang development. So, paano naman kung wala sa tabi nila ang kanilang mga magulang? So, what we can do is to entrust our children sa mga relatives na sa tingin natin ay masusubaybayan din sila at magagabayan din sila sa kanilang development.
Thank you so much for that. Indeed, family has a big role in defining our sexuality, which is an integral part of our humanity. In line with that, here's a story of a mother and a father, how they help their child in understanding the sexuality.
Hala, ano ba naman ang itsura ko? Pumi ako, pangit-pangit naman. Hindi na ako makakalabas. Ano kayang sasabihin ni Bel sa akin?
Anak, halika ko dito. Oh, halika ko dito. Usap tayo. Ito ka. Ano yung naririnig ko doon?
Si Bel po. Si Bel po yung...
Eh, ano yung sinasabi mo tungkol sa sarili mo?
Yung itsura ko po.
Narinig ko yun. Alam mo, anak, kahit ano pang itsura mo, cute mo, oh. Ikaw naman, ikaw ba makawala ng confidence sa sarili? Tsaka mahalaga, ang bait-bait mong bata yan, hindi mo paborito naman yan eh. Kamusta ba ang klase mo?
Hindi naman po, nakakapag-adjust po ako.
Ay, very good naman. Kamusta? Hindi ka naman nahihirapan.
Hindi naman po, kasi tinutulungan po ako.
Kasi anak sa pamilya, dapat lagi nagsusuportahan, di ba? Kapag may problema yung isa, sasabihin ng isa, di ba tayo lang naman nagkakaintindihan kasi pamilya tayo. Bukod doon, ano pa yung sasabihin mo? May narinig ako kanina.
Nag-chat po ako. Si Bel.
Kilala ko naman si Bel, di ba? Ba't ka naluluha? Ang cute-cute ng anak ko. Ikaw naman, parang ngibin eh. Alam mo anak, hindi mahalaga ang panlabas ng kaanihan. Mabuti kang bata at responsable ka. Yung ka nang magiging sabihin yung mga problema mo, yung mga gusto mo sabihin kay mama, kay daddy, kay mommy, sa amin, sa lahat, sa amin. Huwag ka nang mahihiya sa amin palagi. O anong gusto mo sabihin mo lang. Ganun talaga. Ano ba yun? Ano ba nararamdaman mo kay Ben?
Nagaganda po.
Normal lang yun. Alam mo ba, anak, mga nag-aaral ako, may mga crushes din ako. Ganun talaga kasi umahanga tayo, tao tayo. Pero syempre sa edad mo ngayon, alam mo ang priorities mo, hindi ba? Pero huwag ka mahihiya. Ang cute mo nga nagko-first girl, tapos conscious ka pa dun sa itsura mo. Huwag kang umiyak. Basta lagi kaming nandito, tapos mahal na mahal ka namin. Lagi ka namin ipinagdarasal, tsaka suportahan lang tayo palagi sa family. Tsaka wala namang masama, crush lang yun eh. At tsaka, ang boy talaga, at your age, na-attract na rin talaga. O nagpapagusto, ganun. Pero anak, ano ang dapat mo nang gawin?
Pagkaaral.
Kuha ka nga naman teacher kung sinisipot niya na ikaw naman talaga. Huwag ka nang mahihiya sa amin. At saka kahit anong mangyari, nandito lang kami for you. Okay? Love you.
Isn't it wonderful to see how a family supports their child as he or she discovers his or her identity? This made us realize that the main responsibility of the family is to acknowledge, accept, and love us not just for what we are, but also embrace us for who we are. And for you, world changers, do not be afraid to share your challenges and confusions to your parents because sometimes they know us better and they know what is best for us. And to those kids who were raised by a single parent like me or grew up without no one behind, there are people who are willing to listen to your stories and guide you in the right direction of your life. Again, for more Health Aid lessons, I am your Health Aid teacher, Teacher Mary Ablihan, always at your service. I hope to see you again here in Health Education. Health Education for a Healthier Nation.